So it's a real world evidence study, and it's looking at a very common situation that we have in clinic where patients get switched from any other GLP-1 receptor agonist to once weekly semaglutide. And if you know about randomized controlled trials, none of the randomized trials allowed GLP-1 medication to be in the background to be enrolled in these phase 3 trials. So we don't know if switching from another GLP-1 receptor agonist to once weekly semaglutide actually it's going to get any additional benefit or not. So we looked at the Explorers database from the US, and we picked patients who were prescribed once weekly semaglutide, and in the prior 1 year, they had at the minimum of one prescription of another GLP-1 receptor agonist. And then we looked forward from that index date at 6 months and 12-month follow-up to see how they did with their hemoglobin A1C and their weight. So interestingly, we kind of looked at what they were switching off of to once weekly semaglutide. About equal number of patients were switching from liraglutide, 43%, dulaglutide, 40%, onto the semaglutide. And then the third most common was exenatide at 26%. And then all the other ones were just a few percentages. So as far as results, so think about it, you're switching within the same class. So these patients are already benefiting from the GLP-1 effects of these agents. And there's demonstrated benefit with all of these agents in this class. And you're switching off of these agents to once weekly semaglutide. So, you always wonder, do I get anything for switching? So this is what our study showed, that A1C was reduced by 0.7 percentage points from baseline to 6 months, and 0.6 percentage points from baseline to 12 months. And this is statistically significant, but it was a very interesting finding for us to see that when you switch within the class, you can actually get additional benefit of glycemic lowering. The more surprising part was the weight. So there was significant weight reduction both at 6 and 12 months. At 6 months, there was 2.2 kilograms, but then the weight loss continued, and at 12 months, the average weight loss was 3.5 kilograms. So while the A1C lowering was evident fairly early, and then it plateaued between 6 and 12 months, which is good, you're maintaining that good glycemic control. For the weight, it's a little bit different of an effect. They lose weight early. They got a lot of weight loss up front in the first 6 months, but then the weight loss continues. And at 1 year, they lost quite a bit more than at 6 month period. So that was very exciting for us to find in the expert trial.